Good evening, welcome to viewers of HullKR.tv, welcome to the Halliwell Jones Stadium as Hull Kingston Rovers resume Super League battle in round 8 of the first Utilities Super League against the Warrington Wolves. The Wolves conquered the Robins just 5 days ago in the Challenge Cup 4th round. The Robins will be looking to take revenge on Tony Smith's men this evening. The lineups are as follows for Hull Kingston Rovers. In the backs, at fullback, wearing number 2, sponsored by Quicktuff, Ben COCKAYNE. On the right wing, wearing number 32, sponsored by East Yorkshire Shutters, Adi Gardner. Right centre, wearing number 18, sponsored by Jelf Insurance Partnership, Liam Salter. At left centre, wearing the number 3 shirt, sponsored by Malcolm West Forklifts, Chris Wellham. And on the left wing, wearing number 24, sponsored by the Hull KR Fans Forum, Omari Caro. At standoff, co-skipper of the Robins, wearing number 6, sponsored by IRS, Travis Burns. And at scrum half, wearing number 7, sponsored by the Hull Angling Centre, Chris Keating. And now the forwards. In the front row, wearing number 14, sponsored by Walker Technical Solutions, Adam Walker. At hooker, co-skipper of the Robins, wearing number 9, sponsored by A1 Tyres, Josh Hodgson. Also in the front row, wearing number 10, sponsored by ClearTech Waste Services, Michael Weyman. Into the second row, wearing number 11, sponsored by Primary Technologies, Kevin Leroyer. Returning to the side in the second row, sponsored by Flex Communications, number 15, Graham Horn. And lining up at loose forward, wearing the number 12 shirt, sponsored by P&D Engineering, Neville Costigan. On the bench for the Robins this evening, wearing number 19, sponsored by EYS, returning to the lineup, Craig Hall. Wearing number 23, sponsored by Jacob & Associates, James Green. Wearing number 16, sponsored by Mr. and Mrs. Broadbent, Jason Netherton. And wearing number 22, sponsored by Steve Leaning Plant, RHYS Lovegrove. Hull Kingston Rovers head coach Craig Sandercock is sponsored by SJS Flooring Specialists. And now today's opponents, the hosts, the Warrington Wolves. They will line up with Matty Russell at fullback, a three-quarter line of Rhys Evans, Chris Bridge, Ryan Atkins and Joel Monaghan. Stephen Ratchford and Richie Myler are the halves. Within the forward pack, Chris Hill, Michael Monaghan and Paul Wood make up the front row. Trent Waterhouse and James Laithwaite are the second row, with Simon Griggs the loose forward. On the bench for the home side will be Ben Harrison, Ben Curry, Anthony England and Brad Dwyer. The Warrington Wolves coach is Tony Smith and today's match official is Robert Hicks. So out come the Robins onto the Halliwell Jones pitch. Applause from the left-hand side of the stadium where the Rovers faithful have congregated. Can Rovers overturn a 4-point defeat against the Warrington Wolves? Two changes to the Robins lineup. Graham Horn comes in for Jordan Cox in the second row. And there's a place on the bench for Craig Hall at the expense of Keil Carlisle. Warrington take to the field. They make 4 changes to the side that defeated the Robins. They have a totally new bench. Ben Harrison has come in for Roy Azatazi. Ben Curry for the injured Ben Westwood. And for the England comes in for Ben Evans. And Brad Dwyer replaces Mickey Hyam. So in terms of personnel changes, Rovers only 50% of that of the Warrington side. Robert Hicks in the all-pink strip this evening.
Primary school who are celebrating their involvement in the Tenor project. Please welcome William Webb, who is flanked by Holly Smith and Becky Westcombe.
It's going to be Rovers to get this game underway. They're attacking from left to right from our commentary position. Robert Hicks gives the signal. Ben COCKAYNE gets us underway. The Wolves take it inside their own 20, and Chris Hill has the first drive of the game. 19 metres from his own line. They go short side to Trent Waterhouse. A trio of Rovers tacklers are there. Great contest last week between the two former Penrith players, Burns and Waterhouse. I expect more of the same. The Wolves looking to make a fast start now with Paul Wood. 10 metres from halfway, he's grounded. The Wolves in the all blue strip with Primrose. Rovers in their traditional red and white. That's the fifth and last, says the referee. The Wolves are still inside their own half. Surely it will be the kick of Ratchford. There it goes, right-footed. It forces Amari Caro backwards, the Hammersmith Express. He gets Rovers out their own 20 before the tacklers just force him back in by a half a metre, but eventually he goes to ground. So Rovers now will have their first use of the football. Aidy Gardner just picked a slight gap between two defenders there, but it was quickly closed. Here's Michael Weyman, had a good game last week. He's been in good form in recent weeks. The signing from the St George Dragons. Walker, outstanding last week, man of the match by a country mile. Rovers with Josh Hodgson, he scoots and makes a few metres. There's a Wolves player down in back play, and Robert Hicks may need to stop the play here. He has indeed. It looks as though it's possibly Michael Monaghan, the man who stayed down, possibly a clash of heads. Just over a minute and a half of this game played, so the first stoppage of the evening. The floodlights are on inside the Halliwell Jones. The Rovers fans are singing. Hopefully we have a good close contest like we did have last Sunday at the KC Lightstream Stadium. Hopefully with a different outcome this time. Monaghan okay to continue, so he trots back into the defensive line. Rovers play it just a couple of metres from halfway. Travis Burns gets the kick away. It's down the centre of the field. Matty Russell watches the bounce intently and pounces the ball in. He's going to look to use Evans as a foil. Oh, he had the opportunity to offload then, did Russell, but he kept hold of the ball. Here's Evans now. He scored just a couple of minutes into the second half last week, which put the Wolves in front for the first time. Atkins, 2 tries in that game, but Rovers will be surely keeping a close eye on him this evening. They come up the middle once again. Rovers just having the line bent slightly by the ball carrier. They need to show some aggression in the defensive line. That's better. Copybook tackling. 3 red and white shirts were in there. It's on the last. Ratchford promotes the ball. They're looking to create the overlap. Salter makes the tackle but can't prevent the offload. The kick downfield is by Richie Myler. COCKAYNE takes it, and he takes a crunching tackle, but he's managed to retain possession for the Robins, who will now be asked to carry the ball out from their own 20. Here's Walker. Like every good front row man should do, he's volunteering to be first receiver. Josh Hodgson wanted a quicker play of the ball, spun the ball to Burns. Here's the first touch for Chris Keating. Met midway inside the Rovers half. First touch likewise for Graham Horn. 5th and last already against the red and whites though, so the kicking duties go to Travis Burns once again. It's down the throat of RHYS Evans. He tried to step Kevin Leroyer there, but Leroyer, assisted by Salter, made the tackle. Rovers could have been done for offside then, but play was allowed to continue by the officials. Wasn't the quickest play of the ball. Ratchford though almost picks a hole in the Robins defence. That was closed by Graham Horn. Here come the big men. Chris Hill can't offload and brought to ground a metre from halfway. Dead centre field. The pick up and the scoot. The line was bent. The offload's been given to Matty Russell, but Weyman makes the tackle. 5th and last. Rovers had the backs turned, then it's a kick towards the Robins try line, which COCKAYNE has taken. and he's met 10 metres from his own line. Short side, Adi Gardner makes good ground. The Wolves penning the Rovers back in these early exchanges. 4.5 minutes played. No trouble for the scorekeeper so far, though. It's 0-0 as both sides are just testing one another out. Here's Costigan. Grounded, around 15 metres from halfway. Rovers switch the play. Short pass brings in WEYMAN, who's lost it. Big collision on Michael WEYMAN. He may just have a word with Josh Hodgson about that short flat pass. It was snappy. Should he have taken it? Was the pass the best? That's open to debate. Net result is Rovers have got some more defending to do inside their own half of the field. Ratchford will feed the ball in, 10 metres inside the Robins half. Keating was quickly up there and he's missed. In fact, it was Wellham who's missed the ball carrier, and the scrambling defence of Rovers has done enough. But if Chrissy Wellham is going to shoot out of the line, he has to make the tackle. I got my gingers wrong. But thankfully, Rovers managed to cut down that Wolves attack on the first tackle. But warning signs are there on that Rovers left edge. If you commit, you've got to make the tackle. Keating will be the man who feeds the scrum. It's out the base. Aggressive running by the Robins. All being played in the Rovers half of the field, these early exchanges. Costigan goes up the middle aggressively, met by the tackle of Laithwaite and Hill. A penalty would be good here for Rovers as Adam Walker steps through a couple of tackles. Get over the halfway line and then look for your halfbacks to create the gaps. Burns was put in real trouble by that pass. Immediately closed down by Waterhouse. Penalty goes the way of the Robins despite the boos of the Warrington faithful. Michael Monaghan just questioning the decision, but it's gone the way of Hull Kingston Rovers. And left-footed, Keating safely dispatches that one into touch. So Rovers finally get some possession inside the Wolves half. Leroy will be the first drive in. Into the two-man tackle. Atkins comes in over the top to add his weight. Burns now in space, finds Costigan. That's gone loose, but Horns picks it up. Horn tries to drop his shoulder and go through the two-man Warrington defence, but can't do so. But this is encouraging now for Rovers. Keating switches the play, gets the ball to Horn. Flat pass to Adam Walker. It's a forward pass, is it? Robert Hicks has given the signal for the forward pass. Chris Keating looks bemused, but it's been given. But that was encouraging. If you put Adam Walker into space, he's a big strong lad and he's got an offload. So that's the area of the field you want to be putting Adam Walker into. On this occasion, the forward pass for the Robins. So this time it's Warrington who have to come from deep. Atkins trying to force his size and weight between a trio of defenders. RHYS Evans with the scoop. Be interesting to see how both these sides react, only having that 5-day turnaround. Chris Bridge sent crashing into the turf. Still inside the Wolves half. Russell picks up and puts the short pass in. It was a good one. Rovers had to be alert. The were with Graham Horn. Is that a 40-20 attempt? It was, but it sailed out on the full. More encouragement for Craig Sandercock's men. Head and feed to the red and whites, 10 metres inside the Wolves half.
Please also help our safety stewards by keeping all of the yellow areas clear. And a reminder that Halliwell Jones Stadium is a no smoking stadium, and that includes electronic cigarettes.
Rovers now in possession. Walker lurking with intent at first receiver, but quickly closed down, and well, I think he's taken a knock there as Adam Walker has his leg been trapped underneath him. Oh, this would be a big blow for Rovers. He's played it, but I'm not sure he's in the best of health. He's just limping slightly. It just may be one of those that he can work off. Hopefully he needs to. Settler will have tweaked those ligaments. Oh, and Adam Walker's not moving well, but Rovers, oh, that's a great kick. The Hammersmith Express can't take it in. That has to go down as a half chance. Superb kicking behind the defence. Amari Cairo juggled with it, but couldn't clutch it in. And the chance went begging. Still Adam Walker is not moving well. I think Rovers need to make a substitution because they're carrying a passenger at this moment in time. Here's Paul Wood now, and Rovers are going to make that change. James Green is the man stripping off over on the far touch line. Walker is going to get taken off more as a precaution than anything. Oh, but Walker is not moving well, and it could be the end of the game for Adam Walker. His leg was trapped underneath the tacklers. The Wolves now put the kick in downfield. It's angled towards the touchline. COCKAYNE will watch that one into touch, and Adam Walker has to leave the field, sadly, for the Robins. Number 14 being led off, and big James Green will come on with just 11 minutes of the game gone. So Rovers take possession from the scrum. A.D. Gardner working hard as he always does.
In association with Gladstone Brooks, number 23 James Green replaces number 14 Adam Walker.
That could also mean, of course, that Rovers are down to 16. We'll see if the physios can get to work on Adam Walker, but hard to say at this stage. Costigan, he was looking to move the ball on there, but took a good shot from Paul Wood. Keating with a big call then to Josh Hodgson. Eventually Hodgson went that way, and the kick downfield from Keating will skip out. No, it won't. It's had to be played by the fullback, and the Rovers chase is a good one. Well, it was, but they allowed Matty Russell. Well, in fact, it did go dead in the end. My apologies. He must have put his foot over the line and then taken the ball in, so it's the 20-metre restart. So play does continue eventually. Centre field is Wood. Moves the ball to Myler, who in turn brings in Waterhouse. Waterhouse met by the combined efforts of Weyman and Leroy. A big shot there goes in. It was Neville Costigan around the legs. Graham Orne up top. Monaghan with the scoots. Used Richie Myler as the foil. Oh, that's a cheap penalty. He played for that one, did Monaghan. He absolutely conned Robert Hicks there. There was some slight interference, but not to that extent that the ball would come loose. And Michael Monaghan used all his experience then to earn some valuable yardage for his side. There he is, getting play back underway. A cry of hi from the Warrington fans, but nothing doing. Waterhouse not happy with the tackle from Kevin Leroy. Leroy is in once again. The noise levels rise inside the Halliwell Jones as this is the first real chance for the Warrington Wolves, you feel. Chris Bridge fending players off. The tackle over on that far side is a good one. Eventually has to play it. Penalty will go against the Robins for interference. It's allowed them to get the defensive line set. Josh Hodgson A skipper trying to have a word with the referee. Warrington will have the set of 6, only around 10 metres out from that Rovers try line. Here they come once again. It's with James Laithwaite. Had a good game in the cup clash last week. First sustained spell of pressure on the Robins line. Missed out pass. Link up play to the fullback. Good defence by Hull Kingston Rovers. Travis Burns was there. Atkins tries to power his way towards the line. Held up, told to go back 10 metres by Robert Hicks. Can Rovers survive this spell of Wolves pressure? Monaghan moves it right. Myler is centre field. Here's the link up, the crash ball to Laithwaite. Is offloaded and Rovers have intercepted. And Rovers are racing down the line with Josh Hodgson. He's going to have to look for support. He's made 50 metres as the Rovers skipper, and Rovers are on the attack with Wellham now. Wellham just drives for position. It was an offload and Rovers were alert to it. Travis Burns just straightens up the play, takes a shot 11 metres out from the Wolves posts. James Green goes into dummy half, finds Keating. Keating wants a short flat pass runner. That man was Graham Horn. Needs to be snappier from the Robins. That wasn't a great pass. Keating's options were limited. He brings it Green back into offloads. Costigan wants support. Costigan with the dummy finds Salter. Salter's offloaded and it's been taken in by Trent Waterhouse. That wasn't the best option from the Rovers centre as Warrington break the line, but Aidy Gardner makes the tackle. So Rovers did survive that spell of Wolves pressure, that interception from Josh Hodgson. He made around 50-60 metres, but Rovers couldn't finish the play-off. Still 0-0, 16 and a half minutes gone at the Halliwell Jones. Ratchford moves it to James Laithwaite. Laithwaite still 10 metres inside his own half. It's on the last for the Wolves. The kick downfield is by Ratchford, right-footed. COCKAYNE takes it. His momentum moved him back a couple of metres, but he runs back with some real purpose and tries to duck underneath the two-man tackle. Rovers will play the ball around halfway inside their own half of the field. Gardner using his experience. Eventually Weyman comes in on the charge. He's crossed halfway. Fairly even start to this game. Here's James Green from a standing start. Needs some momentum as he runs onto that ball. Hodgson steps, looks for support, finds, well, look to find Weyman, and the counter-attack is by the Wolves. Ryan Atkins breaks the tackle. Rovers have got numbers back to make the tackle, but the Warrington Wolves now with Joel Monaghan. Boos from the home fans who think the Robins were offside. Weyman still not back, so Rovers defending with 12. As the Wolves will play it centre field 15 metres out. Monaghan cut down superbly by the tackle of Graham Horn. Will come back from right to left. Myler brings in Waterhouse. He offloads over his shoulder. Matty Russell with the jink. There's gaps in that Rovers line. Rovers are short on numbers. The force in the Wolves back in field though. Rovers have got 4 numbers there. They need to wrap up that ball carrying arm. Amari Caro needs support on that left edge, but the Wolves come to the Rovers' right. It's the chip kick taken in by Liam Salter superbly for the Robins. Aidy Gardner surely was obstructed. That could have been a high shot too. It's all action in this game so far. It's a bit of an arm wrestle. Who is going to strike first?
Interchange with Gladstone Brooks, number 22, RHYS Michael Weyman.
Michael Weyman takes a breather on around 19 minutes of play to be replaced by RHYS Lovegrove. The kick by Travis Burns. Oh, it's a good one. It's a superb one. Travis Burns has surely kicked a 40-20. Absolutely magic from Burns. No complaints from the Wolves fans about that. That was sheer quality. Good respect's been shown between these two sides. The Wolves knew that they were in a real contest last week. The Rovers knew that only going down narrowly, they would have every chance of taking something from this game this evening. And so far, I think Craig Sandercock will be relatively happy. Liam Salter just receiving some attention, must have a bloody nose. So the clock has been stopped with 19.5 minutes played. This is where I want to see Keating and Burns really putting things into place, all the pre-season work. It's all about the big games, the big moments, the switch in play. Here is Burns. Flat pass brings in the French second row man, Leroy. He's grounded 7 metres out, 7 metres in from the right-hand touchline. Burns with the flat pass to Costigan, playing more minutes now. Costigan looking fitter with every game that is played. We're up to round 8. Burns will surely direct operations, but COCKAYNE finds Salter, but Salter can't twist over. Good defence by the Wolves. Rhys Evans was there, Ryan Atkins was there, but Rovers still have some life in this attack. 5 metres in from the right-hand touchline now. Surely they'll look to give the ball some width from one side of the field to the other. It's on the last. Will it be the kick in behind? Will it be the high one? Will it be the power play? It's the crash ball to Graham Horne, and for me that's not the option. You've got to turn Warrington around. With a kick in behind, there's the chance you may get the repeat set. Just trying to break down a defence as resolute as Warrington's really does take some effort. You've got to open them up. But Rovers have got Warrington in the right area of the field as far as they're concerned. The scoot is by Ratchford. Keating just did enough to stop the Warrington standoff, but every now and again it just looks as though Warrington are going to be capable of breaking a tackle, and the support players will come pouring through. Last tackle, half a metre inside the Robbins half. Myler right-footed kick. It's down towards the corner flag once again. COCKAYNE will have to play this one. Dummies to Gardner and takes the tackle 10 metres from his own line.
Number 17, Ben Curry, replaces number 13, Simon Griggs.
Simon Griggs is replaced by Ben Curry for the Wolves. Into the second quarter of this game, still no score. Rovers with possession. Burns finds Keating, he wants a runner. Just tries to drift between a couple of defenders there, but Warrington keeping a close eye on him. That's a good forceful run by James Green, but Rovers are already on the last. Right-footed kick downfield is by Hodgson. It's taken by Russell, 15 metres from his own line. He's a good kick returner. He's quick off the mark, he's Matty Russell. Cries of offside from the Warrington Wolves fans, so one or two signs that they're starting to get slightly frustrated. If Rovers can take the lead, it may just build the anxiety on the home terraces. Monaghan with a loose pass. It's taken by Chris Bridge. He's trying to step between the defenders. Rovers need to make that tackle. They do so. It's quickly played though, and Rovers are on the back foot. Paul Wood looking to offload, but forced backwards by half a metre. It was Lovegrove with the tackle. The kick is high by Ratchford. Benny COCKAYNE's there. It's not going to be an easy one. Was it touched by Warrington? No, it went backwards, says Robert Hicks. So Rovers get the bounce of the ball on that occasion. And in the shape of Aidy Gardner will play it centre field, still deep inside their own half. Up the middle comes Lovegrove. All about completing your sets in these kind of games against the top four sides. Oh, the Wolves were a mile offside on that far side, but Rovers went to the right edge, and that's a decent kick, that one. The kick is only as good as the chase, so to say, and Rovers have got numbers there. Evans pokes his nose through the gap, but the tackle was made by Keating. Russell trying to use that explosive acceleration. Rovers once again are on the back foot as the Wolves play that ball. Robert Hicks taking Rovers back a decent 10. In fairness, he could have penalised Rovers there, but he chose not to.
Interchange with Gladstone Brooks. Number 19, Anthony England, replaces number 16, Paul Wood.
Paul Wood takes a breather to be replaced by Anthony England, and there's another Rovers man stayed down. It looks as though that could be Neville Costigan. COCKAYNE closely watches the bounce of that ball.
Number 16, Jason Netherton, replaced number 12, Neville Costigan.
Well, it's not Costigan who's down, because he's just been replaced by Jason Netherton. There's a Rovers player absolutely flat out in back play, so Robert Hicks has stopped the clock with just under 15 minutes of this first half remaining. Looks as though that could be a neck injury, the way the physio is reacting. It sure is. It's number 16, Jason Netherton. And the testimonial man is going to have to leave the field. Looks slightly dazed.
Replacing number 16, Jason Netherton, is number 10, Michael WEYMAN.
So Michael WEYMAN doesn't get too much of a breather before he's back on. He was only off for around 6 minutes, the big man. Hopefully Jason can regain his senses, but I'm sure the medical team won't let him back on unless he's 100%. So Rovers now in possession. WEYMAN immediately back into the action. Rovers are on the fifth and last. Oh, that's an awful pass. Burns has had to pick up. He's done well as Burns, and if it bounces for him, this could be great. Well, it's play on. Hit the ankles of RHYS Lovegrove, and RHYS Evans needs to be cut down. Perhaps Travis would have been better off launching that as far upfield as he possibly could, and the Wolves are hunting now. That was an awful pass from the play the ball on the last tackle. Chris Hill links up the play. Rexford just about takes that one in. The tackle is made 7 metres from the Rovers line, just to the right hand side of the uprights. They go to the short side. That's gone backwards. Wellham needs to make the tackle on Joel Monaghan. Monaghan cuts back inside. Are the Wolves going to go for the crossfield kick? Will they go for the flat pass? Oh, there's a gap there, and the Wolves, they've put it down. Trent Waterhouse puts it down, and it's play on for the Robins. There's a ball steal. Will Rovers get the decision here? Robert Hicks wants to have a word with his touch judge. That looks as though it was ripped out by Warrington. In fact, they're saying that tackle was made on Salter when he got the ball 10 metres out from the Robins line. So regardless of the outcome, well, he's changed his mind. It's given Rovers a further 10 metres upfield, which in this area of the field is a good thing. Eventually play does get back underway. The Ginger Ninja in possession, Chris Llewellyn. Ben COCKAYNE just tries to take some work off the forwards, and I think the back three will need to do plenty of that, because as things stand, Rovers are potentially down to 15 fit players. WEYMAN takes a bit of a shot but manages to nudge himself forward another half metre. James Green will have to play big minutes this evening. Lifted, gets the offload out the back door. It's play on, and Liam Salter charges at the gap. But that's great defence by Ryan Atkins, who puts in a dominant tackle. Oh, and dearie me, Liam Salter now limps from as he gets up. Flat pass from Keating finds Horn. He leg drives into the Wolves' 30-metre zone. Salter's still limping as Rovers kick ahead on the last. The Ninjas after that. Matty Russell takes it, and he takes the tackle just inside the field of play. 12 minutes of the first half remain. Rovers are going to earn a repeat set here. Oh, great defence from Hull Kingston Rovers. Desire, intensity, and that's lifted the Rovers fans, who are crying, "We are Hull KR." Just checking on Liam Salter. He's still not moving comfortably. He's limping, in fact, is Salter. Rovers could have 3 first half injuries here. Is the bounce going to be kind for Rovers? The answer is yes. Chris Hill takes a breather. He was the Wolves' best player last week. Ben Harrison is the man to replace him. And Rovers have possession inside the Wolves' half once again. They're slowly but surely getting an equal share of the football. Welham will take that tackle midway inside the Wolves' half. They'll come back to centre field. Keating wants a runner. The drop off was to WEYMAN. He'll be best served just taking that 3-man tackle. Could have offloaded, but it would have been a risky one. Lovegrove at pace, links up the play to Burns. There's the flat pass to Leroy, who carries Rovers into the Wolves 20. The switch is by Josh Hodgson. Flat pass surely from Burns. It's been trapped by the feet of Myler, and the tackle is made inside the 20. The Wolves fans wanting the... Oh, that was surely forward. Oh, how did the touch judge not see that? Travis Burns is furious, and well might he be. That was clearly forward, that pass. In fairness to Hicks, he missed that one, but he is letting this game flow. Centre field of the Wolves, the break one tackle. Chris Bridge halted still inside his own half. Rovers clear the ruck. Monaghan looks to scoop, but then pass to Ratchford. It's straight into the hands of Omari Caro, the Hammersmith Express. He plays it. That could have been forward, juggled with by WEYMAN. Into the final 10 minutes of this first half. Still, the scorekeeper not being troubled as... Oh, that's a great shot on A.D. Gardner, lifted and dumped by that tackle. That was around the neck of Burns. He's offloaded to Leroy. Leroy runs behind RHYS Lovegrove, but allowed to continue. It was Anthony England, the big number 19, who put that shot in. Oh, that's a great penalty if you're a red and white fan. Rovers were running out of tackles and not really with any structure to that set. And RHYS Lovegrove, one of the more experienced men, just saying to his teammates, let's just calm things down. That's a good kick to touch though. So Rovers with Liam Salter, who looks as though he's moving better now. Restart 15 metres out. Burns finds the big man. James Green, head rocked back by the three-man tackle, but retains possession just to the right-hand side of the Wolves post. Lovegrove, good position for Lovegrove to be in. Short pass to Keating, who finds Wellham. He drives for the line. Has he scored? Hicks is taking a good look. Very, very close. Caro's a big lad, he's trying to force his way over. Call of held from Robert Hicks, the Rovers have to go back 10. Still with a few tackles remaining, can Rovers unlock this Wolves defence? Keating is the man, surely. Just having a chat with Hodgson, there's the link. Flat pass, Graham Horne on the crash ball. Rovers can't break the Wolves defence. Josh Hodgson finds the scrum half once again, he's kicked ahead. Waterhouse does well to take that one, and he does well to stay in the field of play. Atkins drives out as the Wolves fans are baying for offside. Robert Hicks happy with the 10 metres though that the Robins were keeping. Oh, they can't afford to drop off the tackles here. Good play by the Wolves. And again, the home fans are wanting the offside. On the last tackle, the Wolves will have to kick 10 metres inside their own half. It's dissected COCKAYNE and Gardner. Ben COCKAYNE will have to play this one. Oh, he does well. Similar tactic to what Matty Russell employed. All the Rovers players weren't back, so not allowed to continue. So he plays it to Caro, who can only make around 6 metres. Into the final 6.5 minutes of this first half. Good shot goes in on Lovegrove. He comes back with the second effort. Oh, he could have been penalised then. Hodgson tries to scoot away from Laithwaite. Driven back is the Rovers hooker. Good defence from Chris Bridge, who is a good defender. Good offload from Green. The ball is promoted to Burns. He steps and goes through the gap. He's got Michael Weyman with him. Weyman, will he have the pace? The answer is yes! He's in under the post, is the big number 10. And Rovers lead. 6 minutes before half-time, they take the lead by 4 points to 0. What a fantastic break by Travis Burns. Michael Weyman wasn't the man you expected in support, but he was, and Michael Weyman finished it. Great play from Burns. He jinked, he created the gap, he went through it. Great play, he drew in the last defender, and Michael Weyman outpaces the cover. The kick is in front of the post. Rovers could well lead this game by 6 points to 0. So the Rovers number 6, the try creator, lines up the conversion. Rapturous encouragement from the Rovers fans to the players as they line back up for the restart. And Burns makes it 6-0 to the Robins. So Warrington with the restart. There's none of these high lofted ones trying to take advantage of the wind this week. That one goes as deep as possible, and James Green with a good collision and leg drive which takes him 16 metres from his own line. Lovegrove in a little bit of space there, Lovegrove, but well closed down by the Warrington defenders. Ben Harrison defending in the middle of the field as Leroy tries to shrug off the attentions of Ryan Atkins and Trent Waterhouse, two big men. COCKAYNE once again with a scoop. Three-man Warrington defence holds him up. Good spot by Josh Hodgson, and Josh Hodgson pokes his nose through the gap. That got Warrington on the back foot, but Warrington sensibly slowed the play of the ball down. Keating with the kick for position. It's bouncing around. Russell takes it 11 metres from his own line, and the chase is a decent one. He's grounded inside his own 20. RHYS Evans run around with Ben Harrison, but James Green puts a shot in centre field. 3 first half minutes remain. Oh, Harrison looking for an offload, but just about closing the door was Lovegrove and Leroy. Once again, Lovegrove defending in the middle of the field. Knock on by the Wolves. It was the substitute, Brad Dwyer. And that just shows if you trouble these big sides on their own pitch, they start making errors. So hopefully Rovers can just keep the noses in front, keep working hard. But a major worry has to be those injuries to Walker and Netherton. Will Rovers run out of juice in the last 10-15 minutes? Burns feeds the scrum. It's out to Hodgson, who finds Chrissy Wellham, who went like a bullet at the centre of the Wolves defence but was cut down. Here's Green once again. He's really impressing, James Green. Rovers are in the right area of the field as we approach half-time. The link between Keating and Lovegrove. A cry of forward from the Warrington Wolves fans. Hodgson. Captain's knock from Josh once again, you have to say. He's carried Rovers to within 5 metres of that line. It's with Keating. What's the options? Oh, good ball. Burns steps inside, body swerves, looks for support, can't find the ball, and Rovers are on the last tackle. Surely it will go to Keating. Not sure what that was meant to be intended, and Graham Horne with a kick that's far too heavy, and Rovers will have to defend as the Wolves are looking for a quick restart on the 20. Matty Russell is the man who gets play back underway. Rovers were onside. They have less than a minute and a half to defend. Perhaps one more Wolves set of 6. Oh, they've conceded a penalty. Ironic cheers because the Wolves fans believe that's long overdue. Rovers have exactly 60 seconds to try and keep the Wolves at bay and defend this 6-point advantage. Dwyer moves it infield. Rovers can't afford to miss any one-on-one tackles. They can't afford to let any offloads go. It's with Myler. Misses out the man, finds Atkins. The body swerve from Atkins. He gets the ball out the back door. It finds the fullback. Leroy's trying to get a hold of him, manages to do so. Dwyer moves it infield. Myler, drop off pass to Ben Harrison, big powerful man. Rovers have 4-5 defenders there. He's looking to offload. Is Harrison. The Wolves are exactly 1 metre out. It's the flat pass, it's gone loose, and Richie Myler's picked up. He's been hurled back. A miracle tackle. That's bouncing around. Who's got it? Doesn't matter. The half-time hooter has blown, and that was a miracle tackle then on Richie Myler. I don't know who made it. Must have been Ben Cockayne, because the Rovers fans are crying, Charlie, Charlie. That was a try saver, and what a great first half of football that has been. Rovers have had some bad luck in this game. Just 11 minutes played when Adam Walker trapped his leg underneath some tacklers and had to leave the field. On 19 minutes, Travis Burns kicked a superb 40-20 to put Rovers on the front foot, but nothing came of it, and the scoreline was still remained deadlocked at 0-0. More bad luck. Jason Netherton had only just come onto the field when he looked to have suffered with a neck or head injury and had to be replaced on 25 minutes. But 5 minutes from half-time the deadlock was broken. In open field, the offload from Josh Hodgson, the break from Travis Burns, and Michael WEYMAN, like an express train up the centre of the field. He took the ball past the last defender. He dived from around 2 metres out. His considerable size drove him over the line. 4 points to the Robins. Burns turned it into 6. That miracle tackle by Cockayne in the final seconds of the first half has preserved that lead. At half-time, it's the Warrington Wolves 0, Hull Kingston Rovers 6.